Good morning, good morning, good morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down, then we see, right? Interesting. Crazy day yesterday, but here's the thing, is they're not going to stop raising rates. Inflation is not going to come down. And this vicious cycle is going to go on for a while, right? How long? Don't know. Day, week, month, year, 2 years, 3 years, don't know. But here's what we know. He came out yesterday. So we had some deflation, and we've seen it. I told you, the eggs went down to $1.50, pancake mix went down, but other stuff hasn't. And then yesterday, car prices rose almost 4.5%, 5%. So that's not going to be in this month's CPI. That'll be in next month's CPI. So now you're fighting that, right? And, I'm trying to explain to people what CEOs are doing. And I told you and think about it. A month ago, I go to Chipotle, and you get a bowl with you say, okay, I need the tortilla on the side. And it used to be free. And then they made it 15 cents. And this month, they made it 50 cents. And I put the math in the room. 300 stores, 50 cents more. 50 cents more on 500. If you say they only sell 500 bowls a day, they sell way more than that. But let's say 500. So that's $250 times it by 30 days, et cetera, et cetera. And you had $6.75 million more. Wow, by raising prices. But this price, people don't even see. And this is what companies are doing. They don't even see it because what are you going to do? You go up there and you say it's $12.50, $12.75, whatever it is, and then they add that on, and they add tax on, you're at $15. And you haven't even got the other stuff yet. The guac or the Coke or whatever, you're at $20. And they're doing it because they can, but at some point they can't. And let me tell you, if CMG misses earnings, the stock's at 1,000. So the CEO sits in a room, and this is the same as every one of these CEOs. What can we do so our revenue stays up there? Oh, let's just raise prices on this. Let's raise prices on this. Let's raise prices on this. And this is what they do. And they're all doing it. And it doesn't stop. Think about Kellogg's. Go to your grocery store and just go down the cereal aisle. You can't even make up the price of cereal. It's unbelievable. It was bad at $4 a box. It's at $6 and $7 a box. But here's the thing. You go down there, and there's always boxes there, and they're not selling out anymore. But they're not completely stocked. Till Walmart and everybody else says, nobody's buying that product anymore. You don't get shelf space. That's when this cycle ends. Okay? Then the other thing that's happening is wages will continue to go up, or people won't work. It's pretty simple. It's that simple. Wages will go up, or people won't work. They're not going to come down. And then what? Then we see. So it's this vicious cycle. It's not going to end anytime soon. But how fast does it get worse? See, that's the difference. Today, Powell talks again. Think about what he did yesterday. He came out right off the bat and told you it's going to be bad. And then all of a sudden, 5 minutes after, the market rallied. And then his last statement of the day was, we're going to see what the data comes in. And boom, it rallied again. And that 20-point rally, then it went back down. And it didn't even pop 10 or 15 points the rest of the day. And probably have something the same today, tomorrow. you probably don't have anything happening for the jobs into Friday. And then we see what happens on Friday. Okay? So that's what you got to see. That's what you got to see. Interesting, right? Interesting. Campbell's Soup, they beat and they raised. They raised guidance. Soup, think about this. Chicken noodle soup used to be 33 cents. It's $2.50 from Campbell's. Just the plain Campbell's soup. $2.50. Interesting, right? So does anybody think it costs them more to make? No, maybe it costs them more to ship. Heavy item. Not more to make. But how are you beating and how are you raising? Oh, you raise prices. That's what everybody's doing. And that's not going to end. And that's the reason you have this inflation. And you need first to think about that. You need it to stop. Then it can go down a little bit. But it has to stop first. And there's nothing that says that it's going to stop. Now, all that being said, on Friday, jobs is supposed to be 200K. Last year last month came at 500K plus, so it missed by like 300, and that's why all this started. If we come in at 400 or 500, I would think 3,900 prints, maybe 3,870. If we come in at 200, as expected, I would think we fly this back up to 4,100. And if we come in below that, we really go. But there's one other thing to consider. Know this. The number is not as important as another number. The other number is the revision. So the last month, they missed by 300,000. So if they change that to, say, 300,000 from 500, then the market rips because it's going to say, our data was not good, we gave you a bogus number. And nobody's going to believe the real numbers anymore. And the same thing the other way. If they revise it to 700,000, look out. That's telling you they can't even give you a good number. Now, so the revision needs to be plus or minus maybe 2-3%. Then that tells you the number is respectable. Okay? Then we see. And one other thing on Powell, he told you, okay, we may have to raise more and stay there longer. Why 6%? I just want somebody to tell me, why 6%? Doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, I'm just randomly putting out a number there, 6%? Everything you've done doesn't work. Why 6%? If somebody's going to stop buying a house at 6%, do they stop at 6 or do they go to 6.25? Or they go to 6.5? And I understand you'll slow down, but at some level. But 6% is just a random number. It's just a random number. Okay, so that's what's going on today. Maybe we go back to 4,020 up, downside 39.50. I would think there's a very good possibility at 39.50, 39.40 into that Friday morning number. Okay, now think about it. NVIDIA flew up yesterday for some reason. It took off. And then all the techs died, Meta, everything. So know this, the market's getting scared. And if Friday's number is bad, which means it's high, everything is going to crater. Okay? Just know that. Be ready. One way or the other. Then we see. Okay, let's get started. Good morning, everybody. 38. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Nothing getting way better. Everybody is gouging. It's not going to stop. And we told you yesterday what CMG is doing. We told you today. We told you what all these companies. Let me tell you, if you're a CEO and you miss earnings 1, 2, 3 quarters, most likely from a smaller company, you're fired. You're gone. So what do? They sit in a room and say, yeah, I don't want to raise prices. I mean, that's bad for people. We shouldn't do this. Oh, but I'm going to get fired. Raise them. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing, okay? So just understand that. Understand that. Okay? That's what we know. Okay, SPX was down 5. Did it get better? Yeah, it's down 1. Okay? That puts at 39.85. This 39.82 is hard. Then you have 39.50, and 39.40 is ridiculously hard. Okay? You got 4,000 and 4,020 to the upside. Avago, great earnings. You got 631, 642, under 600 bad. NVIDIA, you need 341 underneath 229 bad. Lam Research working lower, 459, 450. First Solar, how strong is this one? It's the one that's changing everything. It doesn't go lower. Wow. Ridiculous, right? 218, 221 under 209 bad. Apple, a little bit better, 156, 151. Pan W, not up a lot, but this should pop. This should get to 191 today. Why? Because CrowdStrike beat and raised. But here's the thing. They said $2.40 is the high end for the year. So let's just say you make $2.40 this year, and next year you grow 100%. That's $4.80. $4.80. Let's change that to $5 because we want to do easy math. So next year they're going to make $5. And that's saying they have to grow 100%, which they're not going to. Okay? So they're going to make $5. Times it by 30 PE, that's 150. Stock's at 132. Things don't trade at 30 PE. Maybe 20. It's 100. That's what's going on here. And if their growth comes down at all, then right back lower. Now, someone got a bunch of messages yesterday. Sam, you're going to play CrowdStrike? I said, it was at 100. It may not go up enough. Then I got a message after I said, Crowd's running. We should have played it. I'm like, the 135, so it's $3. They're $3. They're going to open at $1.50. And it's still up 9. Hard play. Don't do the hard plays. In a down market. Goldman Sachs, how ugly is this one? 339, 331. Now, I don't even understand what people talk about. All the books and everybody tells me when the rates go up, the banks make more money. That's such bullshit. Because exactly what's happening when the rates go up, the economies get worse, and people start defaulting. And just wait till they start defaulting on all the credit cards. Very interesting. 339. 339, next number. Meta needs to get 189, 191. Snowman, why did this go up yesterday? 139, 131. MDB, this one's super strong. Earnings are today. You know, I want to play this to the upside, but it's a hard market. Once again, their PE is like 300. So probably won't do nothing unless they can get some 25 points out, $2. But right now, 25 points out is $8. I mean, ridiculous in this market. NOW can't seem to get through this 460 area, but it's not crashing. Netflix, this one pops on Monday to 323, and then it doesn't go up and hold. Very interesting. Very interesting, right? Microsoft needs 262. Align Technology, this one's very strong. I mean, as China reopens, they're going to do better. Tesla, working lower, 181, 172. Enphase. Think about this. Everything that breaks up can't even have a second day. Right back down. Okay? It's good. We sold the first batch, sitting on everything else for free. U.S. investigates Tesla for steering wheels that can fall off. That's crazy. Interesting. Okay, that's what we know. Comments, questions, nothing. That's what we know. Everybody have a great trading day. See you in chat.